But we're also building toward the game after that. And it's the one you keep asking about.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kieran and welcome back to another episode of Upcoming RPG, where we're going to be diving into the world of Tamriel with the Elder Scrolls 6. But before we do so, I would just like to say that this episode would mostly involve speculation surrounding the game, because obviously we don't actually know much information from the 1 minute flyover teaser that we got at E3, but we did get enough for, just good old speculation, so yeah, that's what we're going to be mostly diving into today. Anyway, yes, welcome to the Elder Scrolls 6, and don't worry, the video won't consist of me consistently playing the trailer on repeat for 10 minutes. We'll be flying over through the different games in the series and such. Because I have seen that before. There's been a couple of Elder Scrolls 6 videos where it's literally just the exact same trailer with the exact same music with the trailer on repeat for 10 minutes, and I was sitting there, I'm like, wow, this is not interesting to watch whatsoever. So yeah, I'm going to try and make this a video interesting to watch, like I did with the Starfield video. So yeah, since there's not much information right now, let me first tell you everything that we know about the game so far, then we'll dive right into the speculation, and then my thoughts. So yeah, let's begin. When Elder Scrolls 6 was announced at E3 2018, back at E3 2018, the game was only still in pre-production stages. And it is still in pre-production, and it will probably stay that way until the months prior to Starfield being released. With the game being in pre-production kind of explains why we aren't going to get much information on it for the next few years. Bethesda also confirmed that Elder Scrolls 6 would be running on the same engine as Fallout 76 and Fallout 4 and Starfield, which has disappointed a lot of fans, hoping for an upgrade in graphics and a less buggier game due to the state of 76. But to be fair though, Fallout 76 does look kind of pretty at times, depending on what kind of graphics you have and if you have it playing on PC or not. But yeah, the graphics itself doesn't really take me out of the world at all, only the odd time when you start seeing random graphical glitches, but those are things that can be easily fixed, again I said with mods. But at the same time, yeah, it should be fixed before a launch, so yeah. I do understand where people are coming from though, as this game isn't coming out until probably around 2023, 2024. So the graphics should definitely be up, keeping up with the times, especially when you have games like Cyberpunk 2077 coming out that looks absolutely phenomenal, and it is nearly as probably nearly as big as Fallout 4 and the Elder Scrolls games as well. So yeah, it is also confirmed that the game will have a single player focus, which is great because we do get access to those sweet lovely mods, and we won't get banned for using them, unlike in 76 where you have to write in a letter or some shit because you used a mod. So in terms of official information, yeah, that is pretty much it, to be honest, but we do have a lot of rumours and theories to dive through also, so yeah, there's that. The first big rumour surrounding Elder Scrolls 6 is the name Redfall. Redfall is a trademark filed by ZeniMax, which was filed back in September last year, and many believe that it is the official name for the Elder Scrolls 6, the subtitle for the upcoming game, kind of like how Elder Scrolls 4 has Oblivion, and the Elder Scrolls 5 is Skyrim. A lot of fans are speculating that Redfall is a reference between the Redguard and their homeland Hammerfell, creating Redfall. This is kinda likely since Hammerfell's landscape would look similar to the location seen in the trailer. Another popular theory about the location being Hammerfell actually comes from a cool YouTuber called Camelworks, who found a game called Elder Scrolls Travel's Shadowkey, an Elder Scrolls game that was developed exclusively for the N-Gage. In Shadowkey, a mage called sorry, I'm probably going to butcher this name, but Azra Nightwielder, I didn't really butcher it that much to be honest, loses control of his power during a battle with the Redguard and dies in a huge explosion resulting in a massive crater. And what do you see in the Elder Scrolls 6 trailer? Well, you see a massive crater. Massive props to the people like Camelworks who do this extensive research, because it saves me a lot of time, and yeah, it saves me a lot of time. Also in the map of Hammerfell, you do see 3 short peaks in the landscape in the north, which can also be seen in the trailer as well. Okay, so actually, just reading this over, Hammerfell does seem actually pretty likely for the Elder Scrolls 6 location. I probably personally believe that it is going to be Hammerfell, but we do have a lot of other theories to get through as well. Most of them kind of being probable, so yeah, let's dive into those as well. Another Redfall theory is from a Reddit user named Nameless Farum, who speculates that Redfall is the name of a devastating plague that will be sweeping Tamriel in the new game. He supports this theory by going back to the times of Skyrim, you know, those ancient times when it was re-released about 5 fucking times this past generation. Specifically to a quest called Only Cure involving the Daedric Prince of Disease, how the fuck do you say this name? Periite? I don't know, see, it feels like I'm saying it wrong. In this quest, the player must visit Perite's shrine, where he bestows a gift to his followers. This gift being sickness, which is a wonderful gift you should probably bring to your followers. They will definitely support you after that. The player is tasked to cure a bunch of former followers of the Daedric Prince by killing them. Yeah. The sickness these followers carry has the ability to spit poison and weird bright red skin, so you kinda know where this is going. The player also can encounter another afflicted individual who tells the player that he's making his way back to High Rock. Now, we all know that BGS like to tease future settings in their games, a prime example of this being in Fallout 3 with the Institute and the Synths being present, and then teasing the Commonwealth. Thinking of High Rock as a potential location is pretty exciting, as the region actually contains the city of Daggerfall, which was the main setting for the Elder Scrolls 2, I believe. I say I believe that, I'm going to quickly check. I'm pretty sure there was a game called The Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, so I'm going to quickly check. I'm just going to type it in Google, and yeah, it was Elder Scrolls 2. Yeah, I'm just going to cut this bit out. I just wanted to back up my claims there. So, and do you think we're done with theories? Absolutely not, because we have another cool and interesting theory, in which is the setting being located in the newly resurfaced, once lost continent of Yukuda. A fan speculated this because of the geography of the island kind of matching the landscape seen in the trailer. The description of the island is said to be rocky and barren hills, which does actually match the landscape. So yeah. Yukuda was once the homeland of the Red Guards and the left-handed elves, who were also known as the Yukuda. The majority of the continent sank into the sea in the first era of 792 for unknown reasons. Or debated reasons anyway, because everyone has their own theory of why the continent sank in the world of Tamriel. I can imagine if this continent rises once more, the region will be full of adventurers like looking for long lost spoils, new factions looking to claim their mark on the land, and hopefully new creatures to like fight and talk to. But to be honest, this theory is kind of more unlikely and more, out of all these theories I've just said there, I really want to be more of the Hammerfell one, even though the High Rock one does sound interesting. But with this theory of Yukuda, the only way I can really see it working, if it does rises again, then there's not really going to be any established settlements, except for like the Empire or the Thalmor coming over and like making up like military outposts. There's not really going to be any functioning towns. If the Yukuda rises once more, it's just going to be like a barren wasteland kind of thing. I think it's safe to say that what fans in myself truly want is a return to the true role-playing experience in the Elder Scrolls series. I say this is because in the past 2 entries of Elder Scrolls and the past 4 games by Bethesda Game Studios, role-playing elements have either been pushed aside or extremely simplified for like mainstream audiences. Role-playing is near like non-existent in Skyrim. No matter how many times you want to defend it, it's true. There's like barely not much role-playing. It's more of an action-adventure game. What I mean by role-like RPG elements is actual in-game elements that allow you to create, let's say a character with like not so high intelligence. A character that's dumb essentially. A good example of this is in New Vegas, where if you do have low enough intelligence, your character responses change in dialogue with NPCs to match your intelligence level. By the way, don't get me wrong, Skyrim is a great game, it just isn't a good RPG. I'm still playing Skyrim on my Switch because it's such a fun game to dive into and explore the world and do adventures and stuff like that, but it just isn't a good really RPG kind of game. One last thing before we leave is that the composer of Morrowind, Oblivion and Skyrim, Jeremy Soule, has not yet been asked to return for the 6th entry of the series. To be honest, the game is still insanely early in stages, so there is probably still time for him to be brought in, but I do find it strange that he hasn't been asked already just to come back as the main composer. Einon Zur is even composing like Elder Scrolls Blade, so I'm kinda curious if he'll be asked to replace Soule in the sequel. But to be fair, Einon actually did a great job with Fallout 76, like that's one thing you can't really fault with the game is the music, and the ambient music in Fallout 76 is actually quite amazing. So that's that for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know it was all just speculation and theories and such, but I have been always wanting to do a video on the Elder Scrolls 6 ever since E3, and we're in 2019, so maybe we'll see more news. I will never know. Hopefully Bethesda's E3 2019 will get a little bit more updates on the games. Hopefully we'll see more of Starfield as well. Can't imagine that they will show anything really, unless it's the game is coming out like in a few months. So I just want to thank my lovely wee patrons for supporting the video, Simon69, Kendall Gunchop, Devil and Proxy1 for their continued support over on my Patreon. Thank you guys so much. It means a lot. Anyway guys, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.